What's up, guys? It's Jelly. I am on my way to day 3 of the MSF course. I am dressed with so many clothes. It's about, I'd say 30. It was supposed to be in the 20s. I don't know. I should have checked actually before I left the house. I think it was like 32 degrees or so. It's going to go up to like 44. We were freezing yesterday. I've got hand warmers in my gloves. The top of my gloves get cold, or top of my hands get cold. So even though these gloves are pretty good, they can't stop, all the cold. So going over now, I said I'm on day 3 of the MSF course. It's been good overall. I mean, I can't complain. It's been slow going at some points because there's some people that really have never touched a bike before, and they got to get all them riding. So it's been okay. Day 1 was just all classroom stuff. You just go over the MSF manual and questions and such. Day 2, we started outside and got on the bikes and did our thing. You do exercises, and each exercise kind of builds up to the next one. And they were fun. I mean, you're driving these little tiny old, bikes, but it's still fun. And then after that, after you did all the exercises, you did more classroom stuff, and then, which is boring as hell, I have to say. I didn't think we were going to do more classroom stuff after the first day. I thought we were just going to all be on the bikes, but it was not that way. We did more classroom stuff, and it kind of prepared you for the written test, which anyone with half a brain cell can pass that test. They pretty much just come short of giving you every single answer right before you take the test. I mean, the guy was like, "Do you guys want me to do a review before the test?" And we're like, "Okay." And he went over 50 questions and then gave us 50 questions to take the test. So it was, if you're paying attention even a little bit, even the guy next to me that fell asleep passed. So, whatever. It's really nothing to worry about. So with that said, you take the test, and then I don't know what would happen if you didn't pass the test. If you had to come back another time and take it, or if you had to take it today on the last day again, if you had to come back through the whole thing again, I don't know. But let me just say, nobody failed. I got 100 on it, and I think everybody can get 100 on it as long as you just listen to what the teacher's talking about. And like I said, they make it super easy. And that was another thing. That was a big bump. I had already taken the test because I have my permit. So I asked him, I said, "Do I have to take the test again since I already took it?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Because we teach kind of different material than what's on that other test." And he goes, "Some of the questions that are on that other test are wrong anyway, but it takes like so much effort to change them, state law and blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice." While I was studying, wrong material and answers. So I don't know. So I don't know which answers are wrong that I was studying, but He, the main advantage of taking the MSF course, of course, is getting your endorsement. So you don't have to go to your division of motor vehicles and take the test with them. This is a more relaxed atmosphere. You learn the fundamentals of riding a bike. You learn how to go into corners. You learn what not to do. You learn the safe way to do things. So you can't go wrong with taking the course. There's no reason not to. You can do what I did and go get your permit first. Here in New Jersey, it's $5. You go and you take your vision test. You take the written test, which is 30 questions, and you got to get 24 of them right. And they hand you your permit. Now, the permit you can drive on the street as long as it's not a half hour before sunrise or a half hour after sunset. You can drive. You can't drive with a passenger. You can't drive on toll roads. Those are the other things. But who cares? I mean, you can get enough street riding in without having to do all that. So I got the permit because I got the bike, and I wanted to ride the bike. I didn't want to have to wait till after the MSF course to ride my bike. So you're just going to cut right on out there, aren't you? So anyway, so yeah, you could do it the way I did it. You get your permit, and then if you have a bike, why not just go ride it? And then it kind of makes you realize once you take the class some things you were doing wrong, some things you could do better. And plus, everybody in the class thinks you're really cool because you already have a bike. So classes in the Northeast or cold weather states, they usually don't have classes until the spring. First class for this school was last week, March 20th. And they go all through the summer, and then they end around November. So it was a long wait. It was a long wait, just to take the class. Because, you're sitting there anxious to ride, and you got to wait until spring. But and the funny thing is, we had a guy. He was there the first day, and he was all excited. And day 2 rolls around. We all had to meet on the range where we were going to drive, and he was a no-show. And we're like, "What the hell? Why would you sign up, invest money in New Jersey? It's anywhere between $250 to $315." And why would you invest all that money and not show up the second day before you got to really even do anything? You sat through a three hours of class, and if I'm talking funny, it's because I'm wearing something over my head that's making my helmet squish my face, so I sound like I'm all squeezed. So he wasn't there the second day. We're like, what the hell, So the teachers, they say, well, if you're not here on time, you're not going to be able to we're just going to excuse you from the class. So he wasn't there, and the teacher was even like, I'll give him 15 minutes. And we were all like, oh, really? You're going to give him 15 minutes? He should be here. So we just wanted to ride. We wanted to get started. So he comes walking up 2 hours later, 2 hours after the class was starting, had started. And we see him talking to the teachers, and the teacher's like, he gave the hand across the throat, no, you're not staying. And turns out the dude he got there early before class started at 7:30. He got there at 6:30, and went into the classroom and fell asleep. And he was there the entire time, just sleeping in the classroom. And I guess he thought the class started in the classroom, and it did not. It started outside, and he was very sad because he had, just like all of us, waited a long time to take the class. And because he was stupid, he went home. So Don't sleep in the classroom, kids. So then yesterday, so we finished with the class. We did the test. They said we were going to get out at like 5 o'clock. We got out at 4 o'clock. And today we should get out even earlier. Today is basically mostly range time, riding, more advanced kind of maneuver type things. And then we take our road test. It's not really a road test. It's just 4 different skills evaluations that they just make sure you can handle the bike, and you do 4 separate different evaluations. So after that, they hand you your waiver. You take that to your motor vehicle bureau, and they hand you your license with nothing else that you need to do. So that's what I am going to do. And like I was saying earlier, I got to carry some napkins or some tissues because it's cold and my nose is like running down into my mouth, which is super gross. So yeah, I suggest doing it. Even if you have experience riding a motorcycle, you can't lose by taking the course. I mean, you're going to learn something that you didn't know before. And that was something that I was surprised at, was that there was a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but there were like 2 or 3 people that had bikes, had experience, and they were just taking the course just to get a refresher on, safety stuff. So, take the course. They have more advanced courses if you're, if you have experience. They have advanced courses you could take. I just stopped for gas for the first time. How exciting. The guy dripped gas all over the inside of mine. So I may ask to do it from now on. I just realized I told the guy at the gas station that my bike gets 70 miles to the gallon. He probably didn't want to hear that. He's probably like, you never spend money on gasoline. Oh, God. Guys, this is really like my 5th day riding a bike ever, like a street bike ever. And I'll tell you something. I love it. It's awesome. It's just different than sitting in a boring car sipping your coffee. I do have coffee, by the way, down there in my frunk. That's what I like about this bike. It has like a storage right there. So, yeah, I'm excited to kind of join this whole community of riders. I don't want to call them bikers because it's kind of, I like riders better. I'm just leaving the MSF course. Everybody passed. And if you didn't pass, you had to be really bad. I mean, you could get 20 points. Everything you got wrong, they would give you a point here, a point there, 3 points here. So they would deduct, or they would add points. So if you got a total of 20 points, you would fail. If you dropped the bike, you would fail. If you did something stupid, like reckless, like pull a wheelie in the parking lot, you would fail. Other than that, you pretty much could pass. So everybody did pass. That was good. Very excited about that. After that, they gave you the stamped waiver and that you bring to the DMV to get your endorsement. And that is that. So I'm happy for everybody that they all passed. We had fun. So I definitely recommend the class. If not for anything else, you're going to learn the fundamentals and the basis for being safe on the road. So, yeah, it was good. Good day. Good 3 days. I'm just glad we had good weather. I mean, it was freaking freezing. I mean, we were all shivering through most of the morning, but now everything's good. In the afternoon, it kind of warmed up, but we spent most of the day today out just riding. So that's that. Again, check your local MSF course. Some states, like I said before, it's free. There's no charge. And if there is a charge, it's not like awful. Granted, or keeping in mind that you don't have to have a bike. They provide the bike. They provide the helmet. You can just go basically and see if it's right for you. And that's that. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe so you can get all the updates. Again, this series is basically just going to follow my journey from somebody with no experience riding bikes to somebody that's experienced. And, if you're interested in starting to ride bikes, follow my journey and you can take it along with me. So, click the like button. That also helps me. And again, please just click subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.